Some poems outlive the hands that wrote them. That's the particular quality of what endures. Not because they were the loudest or most celebrated, because they touch something that permanently lures. The ones that find the human underneath the human, that say what was already felt but never said, that arrive in something recognizes them, something that was waiting to be read. And what we are, the two of us together, has that quality, the recognized, the real, not the composed or the arranged for the occasion, the particular truth that only love can feel. Not a poem written once and left to standing, a poem that keeps on being written every day, that finds new lines in the ordinary living, that doesn't reach its final word or fade away. The poem that never dies and never here means what the evidence supports, not the declaration of the early hopeful hour, the observation of what the long accounting courts. The poem that never dies, not because it never changes, it changes, but the essential quality, the particular truth of it holds across the seasons and the ranges. Not the same verse, the same poem, the poem that never dies, still being written, still finding its most essential line. What makes a poem immortal isn't the perfection. The perfect poem isn't what survives the years. What survives is what was genuinely felt, what was true enough to last beyond the tears. And what we have has that, the genuinely felt, not the arranged or the performed or the constructed. The love that found its lines in the actual living, the poem that the ordinary life conducted. And every year adds something to the verses, not a new poem, but a deepening of the one. The same essential truth in new expression, the poem that keeps finding what it had begun. Not a poem written once and left to standing, a poem that keeps on being written every day, that finds new lines in the ordinary living, that doesn't reach its final word or fade away. The poem that never dies and never here means what the evidence supports, not the declaration of the early hopeful hour, the observation of what the long accounting courts. The poem that never dies, not because it never changes, it changes, but the essential quality, the particular truth of it holds across the seasons and the ranges. Not the same verse, the same poem, the poem that never dies, still being written, still finding its most essential line. The immortal poems don't announce their immortality. They simply keep on being read. Keep on finding readers who recognize themselves in what was written, who feel the particular truth of what was said. And that's what this is. Not declared immortal, simply alive. In every ordinary day, in every returning, in every new line that the living adds to what we are. The poem that never dies, never here means what the evidence supports, not the declaration of the early hopeful hour, the observation of what the long accounting courts. The poem that never dies, not because it never changes, it changes, but the essential quality, the particular truth of it holds across the seasons and the ranges. Not the same verse, the same poem, the poem that never dies, still being written, still finding its its most essential line. Not declared immortal, simply alive, still being written, still finding the next line, which is what immortality actually looks like. There is something in the way we recognize each other that doesn't fit the timeline of this life. Something older than the meeting, like a brother. Language to the one we learned to write. When I first saw you, there was no beginning, no introduction and no awkward start. It felt more like a long-awaited winning back of something I had lost before, the heart. And I have turned that feeling over slowly, tried to find the rational and plain, but the rational keeps giving way to holy, inexplicable and ancient and arcane. A love from another century, that's the only way I know to name the feeling. Too familiar and too immediately present to belong to this first meeting. A love from another century, worn smooth by all the years before this one, the kind that carries its own memory, that knew the other's face before it was begun. A love from another century, knowing the particular and precise entirety of everything that keeps the two of us going. I've read about the ones who swear they've met before, who feel the recognition in the bone, who stand before a stranger at a door and feel the absolute reverse of alone. I used to hold that thought with careful distance. The rational kept pulling at the thread, but then you looked at me with such insistence of the known that all my logic fled. And I have turned that feeling over slowly, tried to find the rational and plain, but the rational keeps giving way to holy, inexplicable and ancient and arcane. A love from another century, that's the only way I know to name the feeling. Too familiar and too immediately present to belong to this first meeting. A love from another century, worn smooth by all the years before this one, the kind that carries its own memory, that knew the other's face before it was begun. A love from another century, arriving in this life already knowing the particular and precise entirety of everything that keeps the two of us going. Perhaps we loved in quieter and harder times, in the centuries that asked more of the heart, in the years before the easy and the rhymes of modern love had taken on their part. Perhaps we found each other then in different names, in different bodies, in different lands, and carried the essential and significant connection across centuries and sands. A love from another century, and I am grateful it survived the crossing. Grateful for the ancient and the free, persistence of a love worth all the tossing. A love from another century, and in this one I will not waste a minute. Will love you with full sincerity of every lifetime that has lived within it. A love from another century, arriving finally where it always meant to, in this life, in this time.